Hey guys, it's Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and I know it's been probably about a month since I've last posted anything on this channel, and I would like to eventually get out a Venom Let There Be Carnage review. But while it's fresh in my head, I wanted to review Halloween Kills, which I saw last night. So I was very anticipated for the. I really was anticipating this movie. I was very excited for it. Thought it was gonna be really good. I liked Halloween Kills. I saw the trailer for this, and I'm like, this movie's gonna be awesome. So, was it awesome? Well, let's get to it. Let's start with the good. So, first of all, the kills in this movie, just wow. They were gory. They were just all very well. I felt like the movie was scary to me. The kills were also very bloody. They didn't tone anything away, which in R-rated horror movies, if you're gonna make your movie rated R, actually include bloody kills. Don't just tone it down. It's rated R. There's no really, you don't have to tone anything down. So I did like that. They did make the movie violent, and it was reflected through the kills. So really good there. And Michael in this, just iconic Michael Myers. They did a really good job with the mask. Also a little bit burnt. Just they did that very well. Just there was some stuff I'll get into that I think they did Michael Myers pretty poorly. But that wasn't as much as the character's fault as much as where the plot went. And I felt like they did a good job with the character of Michael Myers and just being this brute force. And the score in this movie, I don't feel like it was like an amazing score. Obviously, the Halloween music is really good, but I still think that obviously the Halloween music's good, and they didn't ruin it like I kind of thought they did in Halloween 2. I thought in the original Halloween 2, like 1981, I think it came out. I might be wrong on that. Yeah, I do want to say I've never seen all the Halloween movies, so okay that this is a sequel to the direct sequel of the original Halloween, because I've seen 1, 2, 4, and now Halloween 2018, and now Halloween Kills. I think those are the 5 I've seen. So yeah, I did feel like the score was good. The flashback aesthetic, I wasn't too big on the flashback. In of itself, actually, wait a sec. Yeah, so I wasn't too big on, I'm just adding some here. I wasn't too big on the flashback in and of itself. However, I thought the aesthetic was very good, and being back in 1978, I feel like they did do that pretty well. And the hospital chaos. I thought this was probably the best part of the movie. This movie was very dark, which I felt like that was good. They didn't have very many jokes. I mean, yeah, there was like one here and there, but it wasn't like gut busting or anything, which is good because pretty much this movie starts off very dark. The other one is this is a true movie sequel to the last one. It starts off almost exactly where the last one left off. Our characters are injured, they're hurt, they want to kill Michael Myers, and so the hospital chaos, very dark, very grim. There's a scene where the other loony, he ends up, oh yes, this is a spoiler review, it's gonna be in the title, where one of the loonies does jump out of the building and kills himself, and it's just this very dark scene to watch. It's very bloody. This whole scene with this mob, like, of people who want to kill Michael Myers, which is cool. You do want to see, like, Haddonfield really getting mad, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But it does show a little bit how, like, whoa, this is getting really carried away. This is getting crazy. This is getting chaotic. And I was thinking, I'm like, I can't wait till Michael Myers comes here. This is going to be a cool showdown here in the hospital. Get to that in a little bit. Excuse me. So, yes, bring the characters back. That was good. I really like that they brought brought characters back from the original. Some of the stuff they did, like with Marion, who was like driving the car in the original Halloween. She was the lady who pulled the window down. Michael Myers strangled her. They did some stuff with the window here that was a little bit funny and made you think back to the movie a little bit. Like she pulled up the window instead of leaving it down. Like she learned her lesson. And yeah, I felt like Tommy, as much as I kind of wanted Paul Rudd to be in this, I feel like Anthony Michael Hall is probably a better casting, because I'm not sure Paul Rudd could be this serious. I did think that was pretty good. And now, Michael versus Haddonfield. What I mean by that is the whole town of Haddonfield going for him. They really went into, like, how this is strained against Haddonfield. They did a good job with that, and you were like, okay, Haddonfield, go kick Michael Myers' butt. And it was just this whole thing, like, even at the end of the movie, people get out of the car, and Karen, I want to say her name was Karen Stewart looks at him, I think she said, "We got you," or something like that. And I was like, yes, they're gonna beat up Michael Myers. Granted, I did know there's a sequel to this movie coming out, which they announced before the movie came out. I hate when movies announce a sequel to a movie that hasn't yet come out, because it kind of shows, like John Wick Chapter 5 is already announced. So John Wick's probably not gonna die, like, unless it's a prequel, which I don't think they're gonna do. Yeah, like, what are you doing? You announce a sequel after, so there's still pressure while watching it. No, Michael Myers was gonna live through this movie. It's pretty obvious. I was still hoping they were gonna kill him off while watching this movie, but the Michael versus Haddonfield, oh, that could have been awesome. Now on to my mixed. I only have one thing with the mixed, and there's the brutality. Yes, it does do good with the kills, but I feel like it takes a little bit of it away. Because there's these two characters, I think there was a voice crack. There's two characters, like a nurse and a doctor, this couple is introduced at the beginning, and they get killed off pretty fast. Yeah, it didn't feel like, it's not like, oh, we tricked you. It didn't feel like that at all, no. It's not like they pulled the carpet out from under us. That's not what it felt like. It just felt like they wanted some more kills. And I'm like, this isn't the most clever writing. Like, because of the brutality, he's just going around killing people. And because he's going around killing people and really nobody is surviving, you kind of have a thing where Laurie Strode doesn't really know Michael Myers is alive to the very end. Yes, like, Laurie figuring out Michael Myers still alive could be, like, an impactful scene, and if you do it right away, I guess a little bit of it is lost, because it does also bring a little bit of sadness. I felt like they got the tone right, which I was saying before, but the brutality, it could still be dark, but it didn't have to be this brutal. Because of how brutal it was, it didn't really, it put some strains on the story. For instance, there's this one scene where Michael kills this nurse-doctor couple, and then he kills that Marion person I was talking about before. And then he goes after Lindsay, who hides, and she lives. I'm pretty sure that's obvious, but she's never seen from again. Like, you don't see her in the movie at all. So it's almost like that scene, the purpose of that scene was just kills. There's a few scenes like that just for kills, but that's okay. They didn't really advance the plot at all. It's just Michael Myers going around killing people who they're just people that enter the movie, they're killed, they die. Nobody else in the movie interacts with them. We don't even know their names, really, unless they refer to each other, like a couple who ended up getting killed. Which I did feel like that was a very scary scene. Yes, this movie is scary. Let me add one more thing. Sorry, I guess I haven't done great with the notes. I have taken a break for a month. Yeah, so I felt like that had some plot restrictions. And now on to the bad. Yeah, the ending, the ending of this movie, oh my gosh, like, come on, like, you see, oh yeah, they're gonna beat Michael Myers. It's finally gonna end. There's all this talk, like I was talking about the Michael versus Haddonfield. We're gonna kill him. This ends tonight. Like, they must have given Tommy 10 different lines about this ends tonight. Like, Anthony Michael Hall did a really good job with the delivery. Yeah, like, Trevad, the acting was good. I guess I'll have to look at these notes after I film the review, so I want to make sure they're complete. There's so many lines about that, and then it doesn't end. I'm just like, come on, like, and anyways, it's just kind of, like, I've always not liked when you kill off, so let's put a bad taste in my mouth when you kill off, like, likable characters like that. That's not necessarily a bad thing, that can be done good, but I just felt like it wasn't done right. How, like, Karen's, first of all, she thought she saw Michael Myers' reflection in the window as a kid, so she walked up the stairs, looked out the Myers house, and then got stabbed. Well, what does that even mean? That's not clever. Why did everybody just leave? They know Michael Myers is his physical force. They lock Laurie away throughout the whole movie. I'm getting a little bit mad here. This is turning into a rant. And she's just monologuing with this cop. Yeah, like, she's just monologuing with this cop about he cannot be destroyed by physical force. And right about when Sheriff Brackett... Oh, yes. I'll get to Sheriff Brackett in a little bit. Yeah, that's coming up. Right when he's about to kill Michael Myers, like, he turns around, slits his throat, and just starts killing everybody, and then he kills Tommy. Like, come on, I don't really want this to happen. It was too quick. We didn't really get to see anything, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like it was the right conclusion. Well, yeah, we want to see Laurie Strode in the end. Well, okay, but put her in the end of this movie and don't waste her. Wow, just the ending of this movie made me mad. Also, the flashback was kind of unnecessary, and it set up something that I'll hate. I'll get to that. Also, the flashback kind of ties into this other thing. Yeah. The beginning of the movie relies too much on us remembering small, tiny details that happen. They do explain a little bit, but they rely too much on us remembering these tiny little details in these past movies. And it's not too bad, but yeah. And the flashback, like with this cop just monologues with Laurie too, and I just thought that was dumb. And yeah, Laurie was wasted. Wow. Yes, Laurie was wasted in this movie. My gosh, she gets one good scene where she needs this guy, and then she ends up hurting herself a bunch and is out for the movie. That's the only real thing she gets to do by doing terrible, terrible monologues. Like, oh my gosh. She's so wasted. Lindsay is wasted in this movie. Bring Lindsay back, like, yes, these are like the characters. They had trauma when they were a kid. Like, wow. And then she's just gone from the movie. They don't even mention her after a little while. She's just gone after she hides from Michael. She gets one good, or a few good hits on him with this thing of rocks. Like, she puts it in, like, a pillowcase. And I'm like, okay, it seems like she has some good skills that she might use against Michael Myers. Nope, you're out of the movie, but you're still alive. And also a missed opportunity. I forgot to mention, they brought Sheriff Brackett back. Really cool, because he had some trauma, but he's barely in the movie. Such a missed opportunity. Such a missed opportunity with Haddonfield versus Michael Myers. Bringing all these characters back. You got Sheriff Brackett. Instead of focusing on this Hawkins cop, who they bring up some new trauma with him and try to tie that in. I don't care about that, like, not even close to how interesting the Sheriff Brackett stuff could be. About how he wasn't able to prevent the death of his daughter. And now he has a chance to kill this guy 43 years. Actually, I think it was just 40 years. 40 years he's been away. He has another chance. And now he has the chance. As this old man. He might not have much time left on the earth. And he can kill him. No. We are just going to say whatever. Then we kill him off. He gets to do nothing in the entire movie. Just say one thing. He can say the law enforcement failed. Which they don't get in on either. Just a missed opportunity. And the Myers house stuff is so dumb. Again, this post-credit scene is only really here to set up the later thing about... Wait a second. The doctor drove Michael to Laurie's house. Michael never went to Laurie's... No. I don't even remember that. I don't think anyone, while watching Halloween 2018, ever thought, hey, wait a second, Michael didn't go to their house. Michael didn't go to Laurie's house. The doctor drove him there. No. I think they just wanted to find a way to pull the rug out from under us. No, that didn't work at all. And you missed the opportunity to have this hospital chaos at the end. You missed the opportunity to have like Laurie fight him at the end. And yes, finally, they didn't end it. End it already. Please stop trying to make the money, okay? Like, this could have been a good movie. Like, I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10. Like, I couldn't give it any lower because a lower movie for me, like under 6, just means it's a really poorly made movie with terrible writing. I didn't feel that. I just feel like they made some terrible, terrible choices with the plot. Like, what were they even doing? The kills were good. It's a very entertaining movie. Just, this might be the most disappointing movie of this year. Like, of maybe the past few years. Of course, some of the Star Wars sequels were pretty disappointing. Yeah. Just, like, wow. I cannot believe that they missed so much in this, and that they just, I've even heard that Halloween Ends, the sequel to this movie, still won't be the end. Didn't you learn that the problem with the original, like, sequels, like, 5, 6, 7 I've heard was good, and 8, just because I've seen clips from 8, that movie looks terrible. Granted, I haven't seen it, but Buster Rhymes biting Michael Myers, yes, this is turning into a rant, just want to say. Like, that was bad. I've seen images of that. I've heard people talk about that. Like, yes, I haven't seen all of it, but that is bad. The sequels just ran out of ideas and they got bad. Don't be saying, oh, but we have good ideas. No. You had a very good idea, and now what else are you going to do? You're not going to have any other good ideas, probably. I don't know how they're going to continue this. They say he can't be killed by any physical force. No, not true. You smash his head in. That's how you kill him. Brackett was about to do it, but he picked up the knife and then slit his throat. No, that gets me mad. I don't think I'm the only one like this. I haven't watched any reviews. I haven't heard anybody talk about this. The only thing I have heard about this movie, besides saying it had 49% on Rotten Tomatoes, first I was like, what is this? Why is it like that? No. I would go negative on this. I would put a thumbs down on this movie. Yeah, I the only thing I've heard about this really is that it had good, like, showed the good mob with, like, all the Haddonfield people. Yeah, that was good. I don't think I'm the only one who agrees with this. They're going to run out of ideas. And they are going to with this next movie. I don't think Halloween Ends is going to be very good. I do not think it is going to be good. What was I going to say? Yeah, they said Michael can't be killed with physical force. Then how are you going to kill him? Please don't tell me they bring Colonel Cochrane from the third one. I haven't heard that, but I haven't seen that movie. But I just don't think it should be a part of the Halloween franchise. First of all, that just would kind of screw up the timeline a little bit. Well, it would screw up everything, because I've heard that in that movie they watch, Halloween the original. So I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't try and bring any other characters back, because then it's just going to be stupid. They almost stretch it too thin with bringing tiny little characters like Lonnie, who I think they mentioned once in the original and once in the Halloween 2018, and bringing him back. Yeah, you almost got thin, so if you bring any more characters back, this is just going to be dumb. Very disappointed in this movie. Keeping it at 6 out of 10 because it is a somewhat well-made movie. But wow, oh my gosh, like, disappointed with this, definitely. And I know the last 4 minutes of this have been a rant, but I think this movie is well-deserved to get a rant because of what they did in the last, like, 30-ish minutes with screwing everything up. Yeah, now, please like and subscribe, comment in the comment section. Please give me recommendations of movies and TV shows to cover, rank, review. Please give me suggestions and I'll improve my channel. And I'm Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and be good people.